Hello you guys, Beach Vegan here from Doom Designs. Today you guys, we're gonna do some basic motion tracking for the montage for Doom Zoom. This is how to make a montage yet again. Today we're just gonna do basic stuff. Basically, we have this one little clip, he's running through the door. Actually, I think I should just start it over from the beginning. Well, not the very beginning. Just let me see if I can find exactly where the clip is from. If I can find where I put the clip from. I don't think I have it. Or did I put it inside the main card? Alright, so what I did was, the way I use Premiere Pro is like we did the last time. You basically take the clip that you want, copy it, open up After Effects, and then you paste it inside of it. And what you're going to want to do is, like I did here, you're going to want to right click and pre-compose, name it whatever you want, and leave all the attributes inside the main comp and just hit OK. That's basically what I did, and this is what you got. You have your comp right here. Now this is the comp that I'm working with, and this is the final product of what we're going to, well, it's not going to be the final product of what we're going to create today, because today I'm just going to show you guys the basic motion tracking. And let me restart this. I'm going to lower the quality so we can just get a complete render out and you guys can see exactly how it looks. It's not what I wanted. Alright, let's go ahead and render. You guys see that the text is motion track, and that's basically all we're going to do. I'm going to show you guys how to motion track it. Now there's a couple of ways that you can actually go about in doing this. Now what am I saying? We're going to go ahead and delete these. Those are the camera trackers right there. Now After Effects comes, if you're using, I think it's believed CS5, it comes with a built-in tracker, and you basically can track it, and it does this, but it doesn't always work correctly. Like, I'm gonna show you guys exactly how it works, and then I'm gonna show you guys what I actually use to motion track it. And I basically use the camera tracker from the Foundry, and that is what I use the motion track. But we're gonna go to use the built-in motion tracker, so I can show you guys why I don't really prefer using it. I prefer using this when you're doing a basic motion track with a scene like this one that you guys are viewing now. This is very simple, and there's nothing in the way. That's when I use the built-in camera tracker. You got tracks like this, stuff like that. That's when I basically use it. Let me actually close After Effects real quick. I don't want my computer to lag out on me. Alright, so now we have, alright, so it's done rendering, everything is done. You see the tracks are staying. And there's a couple of ways you can do this. Since the gun is in the way, I believe the best way to do it when you do want a motion track is, let me actually delete that. I'm going to copy it. And what we're basically going to do is create a mask around the gun. Create a mask. Open up the mask presets. And what we want everything but the gun. That's what we want. And camera track it again. That's what I forgot to do. When you do that, because the gun is in a way, and the gun is a I forgot one more thing. I'm so sorry. Let me cancel this out. Alright, well, that's pretty basic. Yeah, we can keep this like this. I forgot that you might have to track, not track, but fix the mask a little bit, because you always want to cover the gun, because the gun is gonna mess up the track. So let's move some of these tracks down a little bit. After this, we really don't need the track there, but we want to be safe. So let's go over a couple more. Bring this back up. Alright, so we're basically good, because as long as the gun isn't in the way for most of it. And it's not gonna work anyway, so I'm just gonna show you. But that's how you're supposed to do it. This is how you're supposed to do it when you're using the built-in camera tracker. It might work, it might not. Sometimes it doesn't. So I'm gonna go ahead and skip it from this point. Okay, so it's not solving. Like I said, we still have our tracks. Everything is completely tracked. So let's find a good plane where we can track all of this. Let's try this one out. There go our node. And you see how it shakes by the time you get outside? You see how it's not steady? Let's try to add some text into this. We're just gonna hit text. Make it really big just so you guys can see it. So we have our text here. Gonna make the text 3D. And there you go, our 3D text. Let's bring it back in space so we can see it long enough. And actually it's pretty tracked. That's pretty a nice track. Let's move it back some more. And a negative space. Oh, actually, well, yeah, we have a nice track. It actually did work. Last time it didn't work. Maybe because I didn't mask the gun. Let's make the text bigger a little bit. Oh yeah, see, now this is what messes up. Yeah, you see, it was tracked all the way up into that. And that's when the gun has more movement. You see? As I said, the track is not always perfect. So if you guys wanted to keep it simple, you guys can just keep it like that. As soon as you can bring it back up some more. That's what I'm saying. After Effects is all about problem solving. So you can try to bring it back up. And then by that time it's gone anyway. You see you have your text and it's gone. That's one way, that's one of the ways you can try to solve it. See, text and it's gone. And you don't have to worry about it. Or you can keep trying, delete all of that stuff, and try to look for a better point. Oh, I think my crop is stuck. Last time was not. I think I did something. I did though. Alright, so let's delete this stuff again. Go back to the tracker. I did something wrong. Alright, well, you guys get it. What's the difference? I know I did something wrong with it. Alright. So we're just gonna go and delete that one and bring that back up. You guys learned the easy way of doing it. Mask out the gun and hit that track camera. Now the best way I see of doing it is downloading the Foundry camera tracker. And what you're gonna want to do is, I normally don't mess with any of this. You just hit track features. It's gonna go through the whole clip. Make sure that your quality is on full. It will not work. It's not gonna work at the best quality if it's not on full. So make sure you have it on full. Let it render everything out. It's gonna render it forward, and then it's gonna render it backwards. And it's gonna get all the tracks. It's gonna get a very good track. Go ahead and speed it up. Alright, so that is done. So now we're gonna solve camera. Let it solve. Yay, it's solved. Now let's create a scene. We have our scene and we have our null object. And the null is tracked. Now let's add some text. Make it 3D. Bring it back into space so we can see it. I have it outside. Yeah, you see, but you see, it's even tracked outside. That's how good it is. Now the only reason why it's big like that is because of the text is so big. This means I got it correct. Let's move it over. So it's in a doorway. Upright. Move it back a little bit. On the Z-axis. I'm gonna move it on the Z-axis. Alright, move it up. Move it down. Move it to the right. Alright, see we got a motion track. Those are two ways that I find it easy to motion track 2D text inside of After Effects. Those are the best ways to do it. Pretty simple. Now most of you guys are gonna say, well, the gun is in the way of the text. Now that's where the masking comes in again. Like I said, you have to mask it. So basically, I'm not gonna do the masking because it takes a long time, but I'm just gonna show you guys. This is the final product that I have. This is the bottom layer, and this is the layer, and it just have the mask of the gun. And let me show you the keyframes. And basically, you have to just go throughout the whole thing and change the keyframe so it completely stays the same shape. And when you go over the text, the gun will appear over the text. And you see, I actually have some mistakes. You see, the gun is up here, but my mask failed. That's because I didn't change the mask. You will want it perfect, but sometimes I'll be so much in a rush, I don't have it perfect. And since this is a quick clip, nobody will probably realize it, not unless they pause it like 20 times just to say, oh, I saw something, let me pause it. Like if you was on YouTube and you did like this over and over again, that's the only way they would see it, because it's so fast. But yeah, so don't forget, track camera. After you select your scene, track camera, or go to effects, the Foundry. After you download it, this is a third-party plugin. You will have to pay for it, or you can find it on the internet for free like I did. I will not show you how to get it for free. I'm pretty sure they have tutorials on YouTube somewhere. And yeah, those are the two ways. If you have any questions, please write down in the comment section below. Say how this tutorial went. I'm just getting into the tutorial game, so tell me how the tutorial went. And if you have any tutorial requests, send me a PM through the Dome channel or on my own channel, or write it down in the comment section, or hit me up on Twitter. And this is Beach Feet King, and the words of practice will make peace, not war. I love you guys. Stay tuned.